welcome back to the Games of 90. I know you've all missed this. I'm sorry I haven't done the Challengers one yet. I'm having problems writing the script for that one, so I'll probably save that one for probably last, because that's going to be a really, really great show to talk about. So, in this instance, let's talk about a show, how about on the Travel Channel? Yeah, you know the Travel Channel? The show that was about travel before it became all about no reservations and Adam Richman eating a bunch of crap that he has to do in under a minute in order to win a t-shirt? Yeah, believe it or not, it had a game show. And this show is the answer to the question, did the Travel Channel ever do a game show? And the answer is now, yes, they actually did. In 1990 with a short-lived show called The Great Getaway Game. Let's take a look.
Today, one of these contestants could win a fantastic vacation because they're about to play The Great Getaway Game.
The Great Getaway Game was done in New York by local production company Brockway Television. In this game, two contestants answer a bunch of questions about travel and other countries' cultures and various pop culture questions involving travel, all while trying to find a hidden word in a word search puzzle in the hopes to win a dream vacation at the end of the show. Now, the first thing we will talk about is the set. The first thing you notice is how low budget it looks. I mean, the Travel Channel was in its infancy at the time, so it is to be expected. Not everyone could be under Viacom's big money and have the available capital for elaborate sets like Double Dare and Remote Control. Not only that, these guys were operating on a real small budget, and were just happy to have gotten a show on the air. Their continued good luck would happen when they bagged a real name to do the show.
And now here's the star of the Great Getaway Game, Wink Martindale.
Thank you very much, Rick. Thank you so much. Nice to see you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Great Getaway Game, where our players are always testing their knowledge of travel trivia, while at the same time hoping to win a fabulous vacation. We give away a lot of good ones.
If the Great Getaway Game didn't have Wink Martindale as host, this would be the most hidden 1990 game show, meaning that nobody would have remembered it aside from maybe like Fred Wasbrock, Steve Bryan, and anyone else who authored the Encyclopedia of TV Game Shows. It's also the show that gave us the answer to this question. Does Wink Martindale ever phone it in? That answer would be yes. And you could call High Rollers the last game show he cared about hosting before debt came a-calling, even the ones he produced on his own. This was a really mediocre performance for Wink, and that's a damning statement to say. To be frank, Wink hosted like if Mr. Game Show was brought to life, which, ironically enough, was modeled after him. His charm and grace and wit from Tic-Tac-Toe and Gambit had faded at that point, and the game gave him little to play off of like he would sometimes do with the contestants and the Dragon on Tic-Tac-Toe or High Rollers. What kind of baffles me is that in the pilot for the show, which in my opinion had a much better looking although identical set, was hosted by Jim Caldwell. And with his tenure on Tic-Tac-Toe behind him, he did a good job on the pilot. He was calm, cool, and knew the game well from just doing the pilot standards. I don't know if there were other pilots shot, but the one that's out there on YouTube showed us how a Jim Caldwell hosted version of this show would go. And when it comes to something like that, I would probably rather go with Jim Caldwell hosting the show. I mean, probably would have been cheaper to bag than Wink Martindale. So I think the theory is that in order for the show to get on the air, they would have needed a name. So Wink Martindale was the name that either Brockway Television thought that they needed to get the show sold to Travel Channel, or it was something that Travel Channel wanted to have on the show to get some eyeballs on the show. Whatever the reason is, we got Wink. And while I'm happy to see Wink Martindale on a game show, I gotta admit, I do like Jim Caldwell as host. And now we'll talk about the gameplay of the show, which is simplistic enough. Contestants are shown a board of 30 squares and a 6x5 grid that hide letters to a word search puzzle. Before the start of the round, each contestant selects two numbers to be shown, and Wink gives a clue to the word being searched for, including a vowel in the word. The word can be found horizontally, vertically, or backwards on the board. The rest of the puzzle is revealed by correctly answering Wink's questions. Each right answer is worth 10 points and a selection on the board. Each wrong answer deducted 10 points and gave their opponent the right to answer the question. If nobody got it right, the two boxes on the board were revealed at random. It's simple to follow and the questions can be interesting if you're into world geography. It also reminds me a lot of the format of the first round of Get the Picture, but without the power surges. Sadly, that also means without anything additional in the gameplay department to spice up the show. The only thing that they did to spice up the show was added the double take, where they got to select another letter on top of the one that was behind said double take. Solving a puzzle would win the contestant 100 points and a bonus prize with each subsequent round worth 10 and 100 points more per question and puzzle respectively. And they did this until time ran out, and the person with the most points at the end of the game, well, won. Now time to play for the Dream Vacation. To where the... Sorry, I still have shot Q-drop on the brain. The bonus round was a simple 7x7 word search puzzle where the champion had 30 seconds to find 5 words that fit a certain category that Wink gave along with the list of answers he was looking for. If they did it, then they won the grand prize. If they failed, then they won nothing. The A-game is alright, if not overly easy with the giving of the answers. And that's all I could say about this show. It's just there. And that's Travel Channel's only game show that they ever did. Was it bad? No, it was perfectly functional. Is it any good? I can't really say that either. It's the perfect middle game show. It's inoffensive, it's functional, but unfortunately, it's also boring, it's also unmemorable. It's just a entertainment-free dead zone, like Roger Ebert would say. And I think it's true. This is the game show equivalent of a dead zone. It's purely mediocre in every way. The set, Wink's hosting, the gameplay, the music, everything. It would air weekly from June of 1990 till around April of 1991 when the Travel Channel decided to end the series, the tapes locked away in the network's archives. If you want to check out episodes, the Caldwell pilot is up on YouTube. A pair of episodes are up on YouTube as well with Wink hosting. Just don't expect anything mind-blowing from them. And next time out on the Games of 90, didn't Wink do another game show in 1990? Oh yeah, The Last Word. We'll do The Last Word next. Until then, bye-bye!